guys, I also wanted to give you a little update as far as what I'm doing with the garden, the Zen Garden, still going on. As you guys know, I do planting, not last year, it was crazy, but anyway, last week I started planting some seeds. As you can see, I have them all labeled. Some of these hopefully are gonna come up and some are not. I know I don't really have a green thumb, but I'm trying. These though, these melons, but I cannot remember the name of the melon. That's why they have a question mark. I planted them a week ago, and look at them. They are coming up already. I am so excited. So, did a whole lot of planting of seeds. I also did some transplanting. This is the area where we used to have a hibiscus plant flower, but she didn't make it. I'm not sure what happened to her. I think she just got sick and she died. So in her spot, I put a bunch of these pots. This is some Cuban oregano. It's just growing like crazy. So I'm constantly cutting them off and growing roots and planting them in other ones. This is some lemon balm. And this is, I believe, is Egyptian lettuce. I don't know where it is because when I bought it, I forgot to label it, and now I don't know. But this is some basil that's dried, but I have some babies coming up there too. So we're going to have some basil again. They just kind of grow. Once they are happy somewhere, they'll keep coming back. This is some sweet marjoram. I can never say that. And here's more of that Cuban oregano I was telling you about. Oh, there's my rooster. I planted some crazy flowers. What do you call them? Just like spring flowers mixed. So we'll see what comes up. I had to put these covers on my pots because as soon as I planted the seeds, I started having birds come over and try to eat them. And I'm like, no, that's not gonna happen. And so let me just keep going here. And here we are in the back side of the garden. So like what I call the Zen Garden, but this is the planting area. So yesterday I did a whole lot of planting. You can't see nothing because I just put seeds, but we are gonna be growing some melons, cucumbers, squash. Well, squash is not here, but okra, and also some carrots and some other type of melon. So I put them pretty spaced out. I know that I'm probably gonna run out of space because melons require a lot of space, but I was thinking that once they start growing, maybe I'll just have them hanging over the wall. We'll see. First they gotta come up, right? So I had these flowers planted. Well, I didn't have them planted. I planted them last week also. And I have the little name here. Well, it only says Rio de Planadia, whatever. Anyway, they're these pink flowers. I'm trying to have flowers. See, this one has one already somewhere. I don't know if you guys can see it. But the point of having flowers back here is so that, and this one is the same one that I just showed you a minute ago, it's so that we have pollinators and they can pollinate whatever I need pollinated in the garden beds. This is my eggplant, one of them, and this beauty over here. And I know I showed you these before, but I showed you when they were babies still. This is my fig tree. He's coming along so beautifully. And here are the eggplants that you had seen before, but they were babies when you saw them. And they are full of flowers, so I'm hoping that they have a lot of eggplants. Oh, there's a lizard over there freaking out. I'm not gonna do anything to it. And in here, I planted some zucchini. Over here, I planted a loofah that I know, don't come at me, I know that a loofah needs to grow next to a wall or something it can climb up. I just want to see if it grows. Once it starts popping up, I'm gonna move the pot next to this wall, and then it can grow there. I just didn't want to put it on the ground because the ground over here is not the best. And I have some critters that have been showing up lately that are eating stuff. That's why I've been having to put these grills on top of the pots. So in this one, I planted some yellow squash and buttercup squash, I believe. Now, somebody in one of my videos, in the video where I did the concrete slab painting, asked me how the paint was holding up. Well, the paint was holding up beautifully until we painted the house, or we had the house painted. I don't know if you remember or if I ever showed you the house, but it was kind of like a yellowish vanilla whatever color. We ended up painting it this color, which we love it. It's like a blue, I forget the name of it. And we had a lot of stuff. Like right now I have all this junk over here. Well, these tables and this and everything else had to be away from the wall. So we moved some of it here along with some storage units that we had that are no longer on this side of the house. And we had them there and everything was fine. Nothing was being moved or dragged or anything. But when the painter came, he needed space from that wall because we also had the walls painted. I don't know. Yeah. If you look at the other videos, the older ones, you're going to see that the color of the wall was different. When I had this expanded, this wall ended up being a different color than that one. And so to keep it all uniform, when we painted the house, we also had the wall painted. So Mr. Painter, instead of telling us to move the stuff, which we would have been happy to move, he moved it himself. And because it was just him, he ended up pushing stuff. So my paint that was so nicely holding up ended up chipping in some of the areas. See, like here, it got, things got dragged in here. So I have a missing paint there. See, you can tell over here with the little lines. I don't know because it's kind of sunny. But there's some lines over here that hopefully you can pick up. And I don't know if you can see them. So you can actually tell and see how things were dragged on it. And so when he dragged on it, he kind of picked it up. So I'm going to be doing some patchwork on this and fix it. So I just wanted to give you guys an update of how this is coming along. Now, this is going to have some stepping stones that I'm going to create, and I'll show you how I make them. That's the guava that you guys saw as a baby, and now she's coming along. I need to cut the ones on the bottom though. I don't want it touching the floor. I don't want it to pick up any disease or problems, but I just want to show you that is finally making some babies. I have some babies over here. I don't know if you can see them. Well, I can't find them on the video. There. And so I'm finally gonna have some guava, so we'll see. So this is gonna have some stepping stones that I'm gonna make, and then those chairs also need to be done. That's another project that I have pending, but like I said, everything was dragged. So oh well. I'm not getting rid of the flower. For the one spot that's missing, I'm thinking of just painting like maybe like a little ladybug or something, just to make it more interesting anyway. And I'll repair the other things, and maybe I'll give it 3 coats this time instead of just 2 of the protectant on top of the paint. So some things I'm still working on. We got this bamboo thing put on so that we can fix the eyesore that the water pumps were. So it looks a little bit better. I have to get rid of all that stuff in the back, which slowly but surely I'm doing. I just needed to get all my stuff planted because I completely missed the whole last year of planting seasons. Here I have another plant that needs to be relocated, and then we're working on fixing this black hose. It has a little hole somewhere, and there's that project that you guys remember. I already figured out where I'm gonna hang it. I haven't, obviously, And here's my, I don't know her name yet. I was thinking of calling her Lola, but I don't know. Got my little giraffe, my middle giraffe. So that's it. I have another project coming up too, where I'm gonna be making a fountain for the Zen Garden. And then the other thing that happened too was we didn't have this furniture here. The house is a mess, I know, but this is life, okay? I know that there are a lot of creators that show you like a pristine house and whatever, but this is real for me. I am working on it. That blue thing you guys see is a new umbrella we got. The umbrella we had for the pool was already nasty. I have 2 chairs that are a project for my son. We got them for free from the neighbor that was moving out, and I'm gonna be fixing them for his house, and he was so happy. So that's gonna be upcoming. If you guys hear a lot of noise, we recently had a couple of neighbors move out because houses are selling like crazy here in Arizona, and so they cashed out and moved out. So there's a lot of noise in the background, but that's fine. We love new neighbors. They seem like nice people, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, I just want to give you guys an update of what's going on here in the backyard. That bench that you see, I bought that maybe about 6 or 7 years ago. The seat is completely messed up, so that's another project. So as you see, I have a lot of things coming up, and you will be seeing them all. So I hope you guys are liking what you're seeing. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you have not made any comments, please do so, because I do need to improve, and I need to get ideas from you guys on how to do things better and easier for me and for yourself. So have a wonderful day.